Hey everyone, you know who it is, and it's fucking raining outside, so you may hear a lot of pitty patter of raindrops against my air conditioner. Great! Sonic Forces! What can be said? A lot of things. I mean, the fandom's going crazy right now. Everyone's going crazy. I'm going crazy. Everyone's just insane today. I don't know why. Everything is just fucking insane. Just fine, dandy, and insane. But that's the way I like it. I like insanity. Everyone likes insanity. You love watching it. But Sonic Forces, I don't know if anyone knows this. I mean, obviously you probably should. I have a lot of I don't have a lot of content. I got some content, and you probably should know. I am a Sonic fan. If you've seen, you know, me reading Sonic Chew, I do bring up sometimes when it's needed. When it is needed, not all the time. I am a Sonic fan, so I enjoy the games. That's weird, I guess, to some people. Not me. It's just a game series, but you know, currently to some people, it's just weird. It's like you found a dragon, you know, somewhere. People kind of view us as mythical creatures. They don't think we exist, or they think we're just some kind of off-world, otherworldly thing that you find anywhere in a dumpster. I'm not sure how that works. People, again, are weird and crazy. With Sonic Forces, I was gonna hold off to give my thoughts on it because I don't know what I'm looking at. For one thing, the game hasn't. I'm gonna go and tell you that right now. The game really hasn't convinced me that it's something that I need to have. Like, this is one of those big new Sonic games, and it's 3D, and it's gonna like unveil and, you know, renew all the things that we had in the classic games, and it's gonna be this hit new adventure. Not that Mania shit. It's gonna be Sonic Forces 3D game, and yet we're doing the same exact things that we've done with Generations, Unleashed, Lost World, Colors. It's the same exact fucking thing. You got 3D was shifting into 2D sections. Once again, we're doing the same exact thing. A grindshore. We're doomed to repeat the same exact things until Sega finally gets it right, or until they like realize that people are a little weary of this kind of style of gaming now. In terms of Sonic, people want a strictly 3D Sonic game. I understand that there's a lot of people who want an adventure thing, and I'll probably make a separate video because I have my thoughts on an Adventure 3. If people want an Adventure 3, they want a true 3D Sonic game in the same vein as Heroes or Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic 06. As a concept, not like actually those games, but as a concept, they want a strictly 3D game. It is raining like a bitch outside. I apologize for that. There's not much I can do to alleviate it. I have to deal with it. I'm so sorry. Again, it's just, maybe I'll jack up the volume, but I don't think you want to hear louder, you know, droplets of rain hitting an air conditioner. Okay, here's what I think people want. They want that feeling of a Sonic adventure. They want that feeling of a Sonic Heroes. They want that feeling of anything that's a 3D Sonic game, like a Shadow or anything like that. They want that feeling that it gave them. That's the thing that people want. And when they see Sonic Forces do the same exact shit that's been going on, you know, since Colors and Unleashed and all this, they get a little weary. They get a little upset because, you know, we keep buying these games, but at the same time, this is not what we want for a 3D Sonic game. Sonic Forces is not a 3D Sonic game. It's a 3D Sonic game in aesthetic, but not an actual 3D fucking Sonic game. Sonic Adventure, again, that's a 3D Sonic game. It's a strictly 3D Sonic game. Shadow the Hedgehog even is a strictly 3D Sonic game. Sonic Heroes is a strictly 3D Sonic. In all intents and purposes, you can't really call Sonic 4 a 3D Sonic game. It's a 2D Sonic game. Aesthetically, it's a 3D Sonic game. See, that's the problems that people are having with Sonic Forces. It's looking to be like another 3D Sonic game in aesthetic only, but it's going to play like what we've seen before, and that's what's turning people off. That's even dodging the fact that, again, we have a classic Sonic here, but for some strange reason, I don't know the logic behind this. They said, oh, well, you see, this isn't the same Sonic from Sonic Generations, you see. This is the same classic Sonic from Sonic Generations. This is a completely different classic Sonic. This is classic Sonic from his own dimension. So, what they're doing is this whole DC Marvel universe bullshit. to where, okay, you have different like Spider-Mans, you got different Batmans, you got different Supermans from, you know, different Elseworlds and different dimensions doing different things, but the same aesthetic Superman. They still are the same, you know, I-beam, Krypton Superman, but they're different Supermans from different timelines and stuff like that. So they're doing, oh well, this is the classic Sonic from a different timeline, but it's not the same Sonic that we know from Generations. It's a Sonic from a different timeline. Oh, so you're doing this thing. So for all intents and purposes, modern Sonic, I guess. Well, okay, for what they've said, Izuka, Takashi Izuka, I'm fucked up. Takashi Izuka. Come on, you can say it. Said that, oh well, he's had this concept of different dimensions and multiverses and different Sonics from different, you know, places, so we can assume that there's a Sonic from the human world and there's a Sonic from, you know, the Sonic world, you know, Green Hill, goofy looking cartoony Sonic. But that brings up a lot of questions. Again, you're opening up a can of worms when you do this shit. It's like, okay, you were so hell-bent on having a classic Sonic and Forces that you fucked up the canon once again. The canon was already messed up to begin with. This is not a fucking canon you want to be in. There's a lot of questions, a lot of plot holes, a lot of everything going on. The last thing we need is something to add on to that. So it's like, they came in and said, oh well, isn't it the same classic Sonic? Okay, so which classic Sonic is it? Is there even a different classic Sonic? Yeah. How does that even work? What is the classic Sonic from a different universe to see? That's the whole point of the game. It's bringing in different dimensions, as we've seen with this new villain, Infinite. We can kind of infer, oh shit, this guy may be responsible. Oh shit, hold up a second. You know, we'll come back to that thought. What's Shadow and, you know, Zavik and Chaos and Metal Sonic doing here? Is he bringing in these other villains and, you know, anti-heroes and even heroes from other dimensions and universes to come in and, you know, again, I guess the whole point of Force is to bring in this kind of, oh well, there's different multiverses, but they're all bending together. That's, you know, this is the whole Injustice 2 thing going on, where there's different multiverses clashing together, and that's kind of a bad thing in fiction. You can't really have two universes existing at one time, because that's going to cause all sorts of problems, and that's kind of interesting if they handle it the way that, you know, you should do this, because time travel is such a delicate flower. You need to handle it with care, or else you're going to fuck it right up. Again, look at Sonic 06 if you want that. With the new villain, nonetheless, is interesting. Only problem is I don't know, well, we don't know really what his connotations are with Eggman. Because as you've seen, the whole thing was built up as, okay, Sonic Forces is, well, okay, I inferred this, and I was speaking to people on DeviantArt. I inferred that this is a universe, since we're going to do this whole multiverse bullshit, this is a universe to where Eggman actually won. So there's another universe where Eggman did not win. And as Izuka kind of brought up in some of his questions when he was being interviewed by the interviewer of Game Informer, they asked him what Memphis and Elise and like what's going on with all this shit, and you know, the obvious thing like, oh, has she found another furry lover, and you know, just I guess poking fun at him, ha ha ha. But it's like he's like, oh well, no, she's like fine, and who knows what she's doing. So I'm like, okay, so there's a planet, there's an Earth to where Soliana exists, and there's an Earth where Sonic's world exists, and there's a classic world. But at the same time, you gotta understand that, okay, what about games like Sonic Unleashed, for example? What about those games to where they have a different art style and they have a very different is there a cartoony anime like there's different characters for different continuities of Sonic, so this is all baffling. So it's like, is there a Sonic X Earth too? Are they all part of the same Earth? Is there a Sonic Unleashed Earth? Is there a classic Sonic Earth too? See, that's what happens when you have a multiverse system. You need to establish rules. You need to know where everything is, because there's multiple things that can happen in different universes. They kind of made it clear that this is a different classic Sonic, but again, is there a different modern Sonic? Is this the same modern Sonic? And like I said, since I'm going to assume, and when I can infer, that this is a universe to where Eggman won. This is where he actually won. He actually took over the world, successfully took it over, and the last resistance is what we have left. The last few heroes is what we have left. There's none of the other stuff that happened. And again, this is something that really gets to me. When in the interview with the Game Informer, Izuka clearly said that Mighty R&D Armadillo is in classic Sonic's universe. But where is he? Where exactly is he? Why is he nowhere around? And again, where is classic Tails in all this? Is he here? We haven't seen much of him. Is he in the background just like he was in Sonic Generations, doing fucking nothing? Like the regular Tails? Again, all these characters do nothing. There's so many stipulations to what you have to say and what you can do. What are these characters doing? What's their purposes? If there's going to be a different universes, then what's happening with the other universes? Is this just one? And what about this Infinite character? What is his deal? Why is he bringing in so many characters with established continuities and established backstories? Okay, so let me go on Chaos, for example, because he's kind of the weird one out of the bunch. Why the fuck is he here? Why is he even here? It made it very clear that, okay, there's a Sonic world and then there's a human world, but Chaos exists in Station Square, which I would assume is the human world, because like Izuka said, oh well, these worlds, they cross over every now and again. So if they cross over, that means these worlds are still separate, but they're combining. Just the same with Sonic running around in Soliana. Their human world is crossing over with the Sonic world, what they want to call it. It's not in Mobius anymore, it's Sonic world, whatever. That's all stupid and confusing. So does Chaos exist in that world? And by that logic, so does Tikal. But Tikal's an Echidna from the Echidna tribe, which Knuckles is from. That would imply that, oh my god, this is so stupid. That would imply that she is from the same Sonic world. You see what happens with this? The problem is that we've had decades of established continuity, and Izuka just pulls this out of his ass. Oh well, it's all a part of a different multiverse. You see, there's a different classic Sonic, and there's different classic Sonics. That's not the same one from Generations. Oh no, but this is the same modern Sonic. And again, like myself, my headcanon wants to say that Sonic Forces is the modern Sonic world being corrupted. This is the modern Sonic world, bad future. Whereas like Sonic 06, the thing with Iblis, even though it never happened, is still an established human world. So the thing with Iblis, the Iblis trigger, the bad future where Silver's from, that's the human world. This is what happens when things are very poorly explained. Like really poorly explained. Again, decades of established continuity, you cannot ignore that. You can't just lump it all together. Oh, just the multiverse. You can't do that. For one thing, that's unrealistic. You can't just lump the world into one, because the world's flimsy already. Like Sonic canon's already been flimsy because people have always been made these speculations, and there's not much that needs to work around, because it seems like every game, like Shadow's entire backstory went on from the span of Sonic Adventure 2 to the Heroes to his own game. That's 3 games with like 3 different iterations of what Shadow actually is. It's so inconsistent that you can't really say that, oh, it's all just one big multiverse. And these are kind of my thoughts. I really want to like this because I like the whole idea of a multiverse. Problem is that Sonic Canon can't allow that, because Sonic Canon needs to be fixed on its own before you even think about having different dimensions and stuff like that.